All right, thanks to technology, our communications are a heck of a lot better, right? I mean, we have email and texting, and think about all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the list goes on and on. But one of the greatest areas where technology has the biggest impact is medical technology. And that's why I'm super excited that Candise Miller and Dr. Tripp are joining us here to talk about something called TMS. Hi there.
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Hi, happy to be here.
So let's start at the beginning. TMS, doctor, what is it?
It stands for transcranial magnetic stimulation, and it's a new way of treating people with depression through electrical magnetic pulses into the brain.
And so how does it work? You put a helmet on somebody from what I see?
So we put a helmet on their head, and there's actually coils inside of it. And electricity runs through those coils, which creates an electric field that will pass through the skull and stimulate the neurons in the brain.
And so when it stimulates the neurons, what exactly happens inside the brain?
So there's a theory that the neurons in the left prefrontal cortex are understimulated. They're not acting the way that when people don't have depression would act. So it's stimulating those so that it can kind of create a new pathway.
And so how long does each session take?
Usually we say 30 minutes to get set up and for them to leave. And it's Monday through Friday for about 6 to 8 weeks. So it's a time commitment.
Yeah, that is a big commitment, isn't it? So Candise, I understand that you actually went through TMS.
I did. I suffered from severe depression for the majority of my adult life since I was in my early 20s, and just white-knuckled it through life. Nothing worked. Every day was a struggle just to get out of bed in the morning, let alone go to work and be productive. And finally, I found Dr. Tripp.
So Candise, when you started going through the therapy, when did you start noticing a difference?
Probably about 2 to 3 weeks into the course of treatment, I noticed some of my symptoms start to drop away. My anxiety had decreased dramatically. I was getting up at 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, whereas before I could not get out of bed, let alone wake up. My cognition was better. I was thinking more clearly. I could concentrate better, and that just gradually built and and got better and better over the course of treatment, so that by the time I had finished at about 6 weeks, I felt human again. I felt like I did when I was 18 years old.
Well, that's really amazing. I mean, that truly is amazing to have this type of therapy and then have such a profound impact on your life and your well-being. So, doctor, when a patient goes through this therapy, do they have to go back, say, every 3 months or every 6 months, or is it a permanent rewiring of the brain, so to speak?
It varies. So the studies show a majority of people a year out still do well. But sometimes if they do struggle, insurance will even cover for them to go through it another round.
So where do you see the future for this type of therapy?
That's very exciting because the deep TMS that we use is through BrainsWay, and they have not only depression approved, they also have OCD approved. And they're working on more FDA approvals with smoking cessation, and the next one's going to be PTSD, and they even have a grant to work on opiate addiction.
Wow, that is really something. Well, thank you for joining us, Dr. Tripp and Candise Miller. It's been a pleasure to have you on board, and congratulations on Candise, your new life, and Dr. Tripp on this therapy and that you're providing to help so many people. It really is making a difference. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is just an example of technology. And if you have a story that you'd like to share with us, or maybe you saw something in the news, make sure that you stop by the website, komando.com, and at the bottom of every single page, there's a link that says, Contact Us.